Hello everyone, this is Rare Puncture, and we are here with F1 2015. We went out and got our PS4, got the game, and we're choosing McLaren, but we're deciding between Fernando Alonso or Jenson Button for our career mode, since he can't make your own guy anymore. We chose Jenson Button. We're going expert, as I don't think I'm ready for legendary yet.
Welcome to Melbourne,
but we're going for 100% races.
The Australian Grand Prix should be getting underway shortly. We'll
Getting ready for qualifying one here.
Of these cars out on track.
They got the new presentation going on
in the following session.
Well, I think we're all expecting the Mercedes power unit to be particularly strong this year, so I wouldn't be surprised to see them at the front. But I wouldn't discount Red Bull or Ferrari just yet. We know they have the talent and the resources to react to any problem, so although they may be playing catch-up, I would expect them to bring some major upgrades pretty early, maybe before we even get back to Europe.
Alright, we got our hand up. We're asking for doing our setup here. Wasn't sure how to set up the car since I just got it, and basically just kind of threw this together, and that seemed to be working okay. Running like 4-3 wings and pretty much else, not too much going on. We're just adjusting our fuel for qualifying one. Alright, here we go with qualifying one. Our first flying lap, F1 2015. First corner, we went a little deep. Now we're going a little wide, hit the wall, and puncture our tire. Not a great start, but here we go. We put on a new set of tires, coming up to the end of our first lap that we're actually completing.
What an extremely disappointing qualifying session there for Lewis Hamilton, unable to make it into Q2.
And our announcer's on crack, because apparently Lewis Hamilton didn't make it into qualifying 2, although he's clearly number 1. We somehow managed P6 in qualifying 1. I was kind of surprised. Our teammate didn't first well, so we're going to qualifying 2. Coming up to the end of the lap here.
A fascinating qualifying 2 has come to an end. It sets us up nicely for the final qualifying session. Who has
and we
it within them
just
to grab pole position?
Just managed to squeeze our way in to qualifying 3. We're in P10, qualifying 2. Wasn't the greatest lap, but it was good enough to get us into the shootout. So here we go with our qualifying 3 lap. As I said, you know, just basically about the game, I did like the 1 60-minute practice session before doing this, and then kind of just like jumped in here. But I haven't played an F1 game for about 2 or 3 months now, so I'm a little rusty. Although I do have the new controller with the PS4 controller, which it definitely is nice having a working controller. Just going a little deep on that, but not too bad. Our lap here isn't looking too bad here at the moment. Our engineer definitely likes to talk to us. Coming up to the final corners here. It's been a fairly solid lap. We got our DRS open. Let's see where we end up. We're happy with it. We're excited. Our engineer's touching our hand a little bit too much there, but we're giving him a fist.
It's Daniel Ricciardo that finishes the day as probably the happiest driver in the paddock. What a fantastic pole position.
I think our
They'll be
announcer
very pleased
hates
with that result, and will be
Mercedes
confident
because
going
Nico
into the
Rosberg's
race
on
that
pole,
one of
but
their drivers
apparently
will
Daniel
be able to go
Ricciardo,
on and claim the
according
win.
to our announcer, is on pole, but he's actually P6. We managed P4. I was kind of shocked that I was up that high.
Crowd are here and here in force
So we
for
go
what
to the
is going
race,
to be a fantastic day of racing.
and
Welcome
of course,
to the Australian
it is
Grand
raining.
Prix. What a great start to the season for Nico Rosberg. He's on pole for today's race. He'll be delighted with how qualifying went yesterday, but knows there's a lot of
But
hard
our
work to
announcers
come
did figure out
before he
that
can
Nico
secure
Rosberg
that
was,
race win.
was actually
Nico
on
will be
pole,
focused
but
on the task at hand. He's on pole position, he's proven his speed, and if he
That's
can
all
just
right.
stay out in front, he should be able to create a gap. So I think he's got a good chance of victory today, as long as he has no car issues along the way.
It was a disappointing day for Fernando Alonso yesterday. He's starting further down the grid than he would
now
have
they're
liked,
talking
but he'll
crap
still be
about our
hoping for a
teammate
strong
to
result today.
manage
Well, Fernando is a
P18.
great starter, and he'll be looking to make up a few places on that first lap to try and get himself back into a position that he's more familiar
And there we
with.
are in P4, up with the Ferraris and the Mercedes. Here's the race strategies. It's intermediates. Kind of the bad thing about the game is there's no like weather, so it's hard to say, you know, if there's any chance for it to not rain, or they have updates if you like talk to your engineer, but it's not like the previous ones where they actually give you like a forecast for the weekend. But here we go with the race. The lights are now out, and we're starting the Australian Grand Prix. We're getting a horrific start where we've already lost one spot. There's cars all around us going by us. There's Ricciardo, we gave him a little bump. We lost 2 positions, we're in P6. We're just kind of trying to make our way. It's our first time in the wet, so we're kind of figuring out the handling. Plus, we got the full fuel load on, so it's kind of hard to. It doesn't feel that great. And now we're having some deep thoughts as we probably missed the braking zone by just a tad, so that cost us 2 more positions. Now Sauber is fighting us. It looks like Nasser, but we're going on the outside. He kind of slaps. Grosjean's going about 10 miles an hour. We kind of cut the corner to get around him, and we made it back up in the P7. It's definitely been an interesting first lap so far. We're just misjudging our braking here. And that completes our first lap. We're moving ahead here a little bit. We're having another deep thought in lap 2, going into the gravel, and that's not allowing Hulkenberg to go by us. And we're going ahead one more lap to lap 3. And Lewis Hamilton's going by us. Well, Mercedes is a completely very superior car, so that's not a shocker that he got around us. So we're down to the P9, but now we're having some more deep thoughts. And that's allowing Nasser to go by us. The tires actually feel like horrible, and looking at the temperatures where they're on fire, our tires are on fire. And the temperatures have stayed that way. We're going deep here again on lap 10. That's allowed Kvyat to go by us. Yeah, our tires, like, the tire temperatures have been like in the yellows or oranges like the whole time. I don't know if it's been a bug or if it's just our crappy driving, but our tires are falling apart way earlier here. Our engineer is telling us, and on lap 14 he's like, our engineer is telling us our tires are dead. And they feel that way. So at the end of lap 14 we couldn't take it anymore and we came in. We were theoretically supposed to make it to lap 20, but I don't know if our tires were glitched or something, because they never cooled down like for like our entire time that we were out there, no matter what we did. But it looks like we're going to be coming out in P13 now. Our tire temperatures are sort of normal. So I don't know if that first set was just glitched or something. But on lap 18 they're heating up here again. And we got knocked from behind by, it looks like, Massa. I don't know what happened there, but he just kind of like either ran in the back of us and it forced us into the wall, and it took off our front wing. So now we're gonna nurse it back into the pits here, but that's allowed Maldonado to go by us. We're down in P14, but we'll take a look at from Massa's point of view here. We're swerving everywhere. He runs into the wall. We kind of go back to the racing line, and we just kind of touched wheels, and that just forced us into the wall. So I think we kind of screwed each other out, which isn't all that great. But we're actually going to put on some option tires now. As the track's been getting a little bit drier, so we're going to risk the option tires. And we're coming out in, looks like going to be P15. And here at lap 20, looks like our tire temperatures are okay here. So I don't know if that first set was bugged out, but our engineer is telling us that we have got like a ton of fuel on, so we're going to throw it up into fast for a long time. But our tires are starting to fall off, and we've only been on them for like 9 laps here. So I don't know if the options we're just bad on our tires or something. But other cars only seem to about do that many laps as well, because we got up to P13 in the previous lap, so I guess the options only last like 9 laps in a full race, apparently. We're at the lap 28. We're going to mysteriously move up in the P14. And then on lap 34, our engineer is telling us that our tires are dying off here again. And we made up the P13 again. So apparently the other cars are only making it about 9 laps as well with their option tires. So I guess it's just everybody. It's not just me. We're throwing on a set of primes here. Apparently these are supposed to make it to the end. We're moving into lap 37. There's some yellow flags going on here. I'm not sure what's going on. But Kvyat is going really slow in front of us. Bottas is like going about 20 here. Or going around, he must have lost his front wing somewhere. but I didn't see where it happened. So now we're up to P14. But then on lap 44, Massa is battling us again. Kind of in the same spot, but he's going on the inside this time. We touch the wall so we don't like hit him again. We get a really good exit. Although he's on option tires and we're on primes. So I don't know how long we're going to be able to keep up with him. And it looks like we're already starting to fall off from him here. Going in this corner. We kind of turned way more than we needed to. And Massa's going to get away. We're up to lap 50 here. We made it back up in the P14 somehow. But Maldonado's now going by us like we're not even there. We're making sure that we're still in rich, but we just don't have the speed. Plus we still have like a quarter of our fuel remaining. Apparently our fuel savings were like way too much savings. But on lap 55, Maldonado came into the pits for whatever reason. Our prime tires are done, but we've been lapped a couple of times, so this is like the last lap here. And we're coming out ahead of Maldonado. So we made up the P14 again. Now it's just the goal to keep him behind us. And he's behind us by a couple of seconds here. We're lining up into this corner here. Because our tires are like done. Nico Rosberg won the race, by the way, but we're battling for P14 here, so we're just trying to keep it on the track. Taking it easy into the corners. And it doesn't want to turn right now. But Maldonado's like right there behind us. And we make it in just in front of him. And he goes by us, but after the finish line, so we saved ourselves P14.
And that's a win for Nico Rosberg at the Australian Grand Prix here in Melbourne. What a result for this German driver.
What a fantastic result for Nico. He'll be so happy to start the season on.
Well, at least our announcer figured out that Nico Rosberg won the race.
It's time for a lie down, I think. Thanks
Right,
for
getting him a
joining us,
second
and
with
goodbye
Lewis
until the
Hamilton in
next
third.
race.
There's our teammate. He managed 11th, which is pretty good since he started from 18th. But he probably didn't have the problems that we had. So that was an interesting first race of my F1 2015 career. If you like this, give us a like and subscribe. There's the driver standings. Same as the race. And here's the constructors. Alright. Well, we'll see you guys again. Goodbye.